down the street at Naperville. So locals, we'll see if they can do anything here against the number 2 seeds, of course. And we're going to take a look at that team here as Team Runaway, as we mentioned before. Cargo 85, actually a native of Naperville, just down the road, so he is on his home turf. We can see right there Laz from Racine, Wisconsin as well, plays for Nexus Gaming in the 3v3 stuff. Won the CSN Chicago 2v2 warm-up LAN with Kazoo. And of course the other teammate right there, Planting Cargo 85 from Naperville, Illinois, and he said he would cover his college tuition with the grand finals prize. Everyone is so responsible. When are we going to get one person who's going to blow it on a 20-day cruise across the Atlantic or something like that? I'm disappointed in these guys. Anyway, we have a look at our other team as well, of course, because it's not just Runaway. We're also going to have Team Hype here, who come in as the number 2 seed into this tournament. We'll be looking at their stats here in just a second. Of course, everyone, what I thought was interesting coming into this event, decided to change their name. So Borklon has let us know that he shall now be referred to as Bork. So simplifying things, of course, in preparation for the pop star career that will come after Rocket League. He, of course, comes from Green Lake and has played what he estimates to be 3,000 hours of Rocket League. Savvy Seal, Andy, his teammate, 18 years old, from Worcester, Illinois. Favorite food is pizza. Does it get less original than that, honestly? Like, I'm fine. It's okay. Like, I'm okay with
Maybe
pizza
he likes
people
pizza.
and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. I'm done with unoriginal. Pizza's my favorite food. I'm done with it. It's my hard-hitting analysis coming into this match.
Tacos or something?
So, who cares? Anyway, we make the best taco salads right here. Now,
Sure.
okay, so
pizza too, right?
let's talk about this match though before you all make me hungry and I go into fat guy rants about food. So another example of where we have a big disparity between the number of seeds here. Number 2 seed, the number 7 seed. What we've seen so far in this tournament, though, is that, not that it doesn't matter, but all the matches have been competitive nonetheless. Do you expect the same here, or do you think this is going to be, hate to say it, but a runaway for Team Hype?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure what to expect from these players. They're not as experienced. I'm not familiar with them.
We'll get into the game. There's Hype Gaming in the blue, Runaway in the orange. See how they go here. Laz, we saw in Pluto's bio earlier that he and Pluto used to play 2v2 together. We just saw Pluto play very well. Oh my goodness, 3 players committing up for that one. Savvy Seal's the one who gets credit for the goal, but at this point I feel like just about anybody could have put this one in.
Yeah, actually a really good pass there off the top of that ceiling and just floating it down. I mean, there was no way these guys were going to miss that.
Yeah, 4:41 left to go. The Planting Cargo did kind of serve it up to him on a platter, but he'll get better clears here in the future. We'll see if they can tie up this game. That one rolling up high. Savvy Seal getting the read off the wall as it came down off the ceiling. And now Bork up on the wall. Put that one away. Drop this down. Laz sends it into the corner. Savvy Seal to dribble it back out. Bork in the mid. Looking for his teammate. He'll move in to try and contest. He'll cut this one. Actually, he's going to go back to the middle. A bit of confusion there. Bork manages to get the save, but is in the sticky situation because of the way that they decided to rotate. Savvy Seal kind of went in right underneath the top of Bork, but now he's going to see if he can get the breakaway here. Almost gets the dunk, and oh, the breakaway goes the other direction. Can Bork get back in time? No, it's going to go in, tie game.
What? What did I just see? I mean, the 50-50 going from a breakaway to a breakaway in the opposite direction. Yep. I mean, that's just got to be a little bit unfortunate there for Bork, who just could not be expecting that to go directly into his own net. But that's, again, speaking to the fact that you need to be playing safe in 2v2, just solid rotations, and that sees them even up the scoreline.
Yeah, Planting Cargo going for the air carry. Doing his best over zero impression there, but it's not going to work out. So Laz will try to send this one, keep the pressure on, move it into the corner, rotate back, let Planting Cargo move up. Now over to the side, rolling up high. Planting Cargo coming back down. Savvy Seal and Bork will look to move out, but not really much semblance. Like, Savvy Seal tries to dribble this in the midfield, but Laz with an easy read sends that one away, and Bork's just hanging in the back, waiting for him. Right now, it's a lot of Runaway that is having the ball control here as he's trying to drop this one through. Tries to get the slow double tap off the backboard. Savvy Seal's there to send it away. Both teams having their moments of getting ball control, moving to enemy territory, but the shots on net have been pretty simple and easily handled by the defense on both sides.
Right, as far as decision-making goes, both teams not really making any serious errors on defense. So it's been solid play all around, a little bit of ping pong, if you will, as both teams are feeling each other out.
Oh my goodness. Talking about the mistakes on defense, here's one from
that commentator's curse. I'm so sorry, guys. I just cursed it. Laz here just putting a little bit of pressure. We see...
Oh, and it was technically an own goal. I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, we see Bork and SavvySeal, neither of them actually opting to move defensively into their own net and staying right next to the ball. And that's why we see that goal happen, because it's just so difficult to make that save from right underneath the ball.
Laz now moving this one up the field. He's got Planning Cargo in support. It's wrapped in front of the net. He doesn't even need Planning Cargo. Puts it in off the wall. An excellent mechanically difficult shot to make, and it puts them up by 2.
I think Bork's big error here was trying to follow Laz a little bit too much. I think if he was a bit more direct going straight towards the goal, he would have had a great opportunity to save that. But a good job there from Laz being able to knock that ball off the wall and jump out behind it to knock it on in by himself.
Now up by 2. Runaway looking strong right now. Laz sends another one towards the goal. Bork's there. The clear save to the side. He'll carry this one up to the side before clearing it off the wall. Takes a shot downfield. One of the best ways to move the ball in enemy territory right now. The wall carry to clear. Planning Cargo, not in a good position. He's back in the field. SavvySeal and Bork both move in the corner. Oh, and a bit of miscommunication. They both thought the other was going to go for it, and they both fell back. But this one going to be taking a shot towards the net. Bork up high to drop it back down. And now SavvySeal the shot towards the net. Planning Cargo's there, clears it away. Slowly we're seeing Hype gaining more control. And putting more and more pressure on in net, but so far the defense from Runaway really holding on.
Yeah, I mean, doing such a good job at neutralizing anything here coming from SavvySeal and Bork.
SavvySeal gets that one past the first. Nice dribble play at the midfield, but Laz able to get that one out of net, wrap it back around the ball, just doing laps around the field right now. And finally, it'll reverse direction, Planning Cargo to try and send that one over towards Laz. He gets a shot towards the net, but it's so soft. He's moving very, very slowly. SavvySeal able to block that one and send it away. Put it back into the box. Tries to get the demolition onto Planning Cargo, but now a breakaway opportunity for Runaway. Laz in the midfield. Here's the pass for Planning Cargo. Laz comes in, does not make the shot. SavvySeal and Bork now with ball control. They'll slow this one down, flick it over the top, Planning Cargo. Make the 1v2. Does SavvySeal use Bork is the question. He puts it up high, and Laz clears that one away. Maybe the midfield pass would have worked a little bit better, but difficult decision to make and also a difficult play to pull off. SavvySeal with a demolition, but Bork had fallen back, not there to make the shot. The back pass comes through. Does they get there in time? Laz almost makes it. The demolition still manages to come back and bite them, and now it's a 1-goal game.
Yeah, and also a great job opting for that back pass, recognizing the challenge is coming. He opts for the back pass, and Laz, it looked like he actually could have been able to get there in time. I'm not exactly sure, but I really think that save was possible. Unfortunately, off of a demo, it's so difficult to react. It's a 50-50 chance of what side you're going to spawn on.
Oh, no. They're going to be able to extend the lead here. Laz puts that one in on a double commitment. I do like the fact that the SavvySeal with the back pass on that last play, Bork had fallen back because he wasn't trusting the SavvySeal was going to get the demolition, but then when he got it, he's able to give the ball back to Bork as if he had challenged up. But here, with these sorts of defensive mistakes, both moving over to the side, leaving the net wide open, that just when they cut the lead back down to 1 goal, it's back up to 2 now, and Runaway really holding on to game number 1 here. SavvySeal gets a demolition on the Laz, but Planning Cargo's just got all the space in the world to dribble this one upfield, and Laz will regain his bearings, move it up, and now in the 1v2, he's going to block the passing lane. If he had been able to turn a little bit quicker there, would have had a nice clean breakaway into the net and extended the lead once more. And with 20 seconds remaining, this game's looking all in Runaway's favor right now. Another demolition on the Planning Cargo. A good fake there by SavvySeal. Can he get this one through? It does go in. It's a 1-goal game, 8 seconds left. Technically possible to send us into overtime, Quinn.
Hey, we've seen crazier things. I can remember a certain pro league. Oh, but what a fake there from SavvySeal.
Yeah.
He even lifts his car to give the illusion that he's going up for the aerial and chops it right back down, catching it and getting around it to get that shot. I mean, just a great mind game here, and that's what you need. 8 seconds left.
8 seconds left. Planning Cargo gets the clear into the blue corner. Savvy Steel's going to have to basically carry this one the entire length of the field. He's doing it right now. He's got Bork in support. They can take the shot, but Laz shuts it down, sends it back away. Savvy Steel catches it again. That's impressive to put it up on the wall. Gives him another opportunity, but this one is going to lose the ball. It's going to touch the ground there, and Runaway, they dodge the bullet there at the end. They take the win in game 1.
Yeah, solid performance there, especially from Laz. I felt that Laz was really that man of the match there in our first game of this series, doing a great job. You can see 5 shots from him and actually 7 from Savvy Seal, but I felt that Laz's shots were a lot more controlled, putting a lot more pressure on the defense as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. You can take a look at some of the highlights there from that first game. 7 goals scored here in what was just quite the shootout. Started with the drop and the slam in from Hype. That was it looked like Hype was going to have control here early on, but then this breakaway gives the lead over to Runaway, and they basically ran away with the lead. Pardon my pun. Just had to go for it.
You guys were mentioning Laz and how good he was doing on offense, taking good shots and everything like that. Guy got 4 saves as well. It seemed like he was always in position for the ball, and that's the thing I noticed most for him. His positioning was excellent throughout the entire time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can even see with this goal right here, he always knew what the next step was when that just passed. He's always playing with intention, and that's a big part of defense and offense and the anticipation in the game. Being able to read the game, it's all about knowing what your opponent's capable of, what you're capable of, and the best way to change that.
Okay, guys, well, it looks like we're going to take a look at the bracket as well while we get set up here for game number 2, which is going to start here momentarily. Just to remind you all as well, the Midwest Regional here. You can see the brackets presented by American Sail. DAPG advancing past Mechanical Gaming in the first of the quarterfinals, 2-1. Enix went past Ethereal 2-0, so we know our first semifinal that's going to be happening here relatively soon. And, of course, we know that Splice had just barely squeaked by their opponents as well, and we're waiting to see who is going to join them from this match right here. The game started. Take it away, guys.
Game number 2. The winner of this match arguably has the best opportunity for the upset in the bracket. They'll be facing off against Splice in the lower part.
Yeah, a team that we didn't think was going to be dropping too many games, but had a very close series just before this one.
Savvy Seal here. Trying to dribble that one out. Bork slows it down, but the ball's still over his head. Laz now downfield. Finding Cargo lurking in the midfield, turns back around to try and get the long read. Savvy Seal in the corner. Bork tried to demo Laz in net, but came up empty. Has to at this point just buy time. Savvy Seal and Bork both in their own corner. Bork taking his time to get settled in net. And it'll be Laz to finish this one across. Bork moving up. Back down the side, Savvy Seal moves into the corner to pick up boost and move up to try and support Bork, who hangs out on the wall. Opt in an interesting position here. This one off the backboard. Savvy Seal should be able to finish this one off. Does put it through, and that's Hype Gaming. 2 games in a row now, scoring first.
Yeah, good job here from Savvy Seal. Like you said, scoring first, it's going to be all up to them to see if they can maintain that lead. Good job there taking his time, letting the ball come back to him. He knew that he had time to make that shot, and it was just all about the placement.
Yep, Runaway taking game number 1 in a best of 3. If they win here, they move on, and Hype Gaming's knocked out. So we'll see if Hype Gaming can send us to game 3. We've had 2 game 3s so far in our quarterfinals. Only 1 sweep. Laz trying to set this one up. Playing Cargo being very patient. He should be able to get there in time to put this one through. A defensive mistake on the side of Hype. We'll see the game tied up.
Right, Savvy Seal just bring the ball straight to Laz. Huge anticipation there from Laz, recognizing where the ball was going to be cleared, and jumped in the air to put that center field for his teammate Planning Cargo. Just, I think Laz, their great playmaking ability. We've seen it all through the series so far.
Runaway tying up the game. 3:33 left to go. Now back in their own half again. Bork lost this one high. Finding Cargo to send this one away. It does feel like Laz has been the more accurate of the players on the pitch. And that inaccuracy from the side of Hype probably leaves them a bit more comfortable on the defense, knowing that the shots usually that are on target are decently slow, and the shots that are fast are usually wide. Plenty Cargo and Laz can just play and wait for the counterattack opportunities. Cargo going to try and dribble these 2 guys here. They both go up, but they get the clear to the side. Bork will get settled back in net. Savvy Seal misses in the midfield, but Bork's there. They put it over and away. Laz will rotate it to the far side of the field. Plenty Cargo now going to move up, take a shot towards the net, upper corner, just wide.
He's honing in that shot. Just every time they give him the space to take these dribbles, and we saw before how that can be a huge negative.
Both players committed. Savvy Seal has the breakaway opportunity. If he can just get some pace, I think he's completely out of boost, but he puts the pace. Does Laz get there? No. We'll see Hype Gaming back in the lead.
I mean, a great half flip here to be able to turn around and make something happen here and be able to put that on target is huge. But I think the story of this goal is what a fumble here from Laz and Planning Cargo. A great opportunity, a ball lofted in the air, and they both just with the ball completely leaving their own goal wide open.
And the worst thing about the double commitments is when you both think, oh dear, we both double committed, I'm going to back down, and then nobody touches the ball. You're both completely out of position, just complete lose-lose there as they sacrifice the lead here. Laz to try and put this one through. Savvy Seal now up onto the backboard. Nobody in the net. If he can just get the redirect into the goal, what a play to wrap it around the post as well. 2-goal lead now for Hype.
Yeah, great read here from Savvy Seal. I mean, Planning Cargo here needs to be playing a little bit safer and trying to control the ball, especially considering his teammate was just taken out of defense. He needs to just buy more time there. So a mistouch from him is going to lead to a goal, and great capitalization by Savvy Seal.
2:10 left to go. Game number 2. Runaway chasing that second victory that moves them into the semifinal. Laz with the pass. Across the net, Cargo will look to play it back in as well. Laz went for the goalies instead of waiting for the touch, even though both players whiffed on defense. Now Planning Cargo to wrap this one high. Play it over to the side. Laz in the corner. Planning Cargo gets demoed to the midfield, which opens up an opportunity for Savvy Seal and Bork. He spawns underneath the ball, which is very disorienting as a player, but they're still able to get the clear. Bork now waiting patiently to pick this one up. He's got Savvy Seal in support behind him. Savvy Seal spaces out, lets Bork just go for the dribble play. Planning Cargo's second touch. You saw Savvy Seal moving in, thinking he'd be able to play it off the backboard, but Planning Cargo eliminates that opportunity by putting more upward velocity on the ball, sending it high onto the ceiling.
Yeah, actually, I think he was going there for a shot, but Planning Cargo coming in to save his teammate without a doubt. We see them actually rushing a little bit. Laz and Planning Cargo not as comfortable in this game. They're just moving the ball out of the field with such a sense of urgency that they lose control of the ball, and they need to be able to adapt and kind of get their bearings.
Savvy Seal in the back. Final minute of game number 2. If they hold on to this score line, we'll be seeing a game 3 between these two teams. Planning Cargo off the backboard. Laz in the midfield was hoping the pass would go through, but he still has to play this one away. 30 seconds, and they still need to score 2 goals to send us to overtime. Savvy Seal winning out the 50-50 on the side. Tried to wait out, hoping to bait Planning Cargo to fly past, but he tackles the ball outright, sends it onto the backboard, bounces in the mid, but Savvy Seal picks it up, sends it back away. Just playing slow, strong defense here, letting Runaway take the shots that they want, and then clearing them away. And as we hit the final countdown here, looks like Hype Gaming will be able to tie up the series. We'll have game 3 in 3 of our 4 quarterfinals.
Yeah, what a series this has been. Seeing Savvy Seal just kind of replace Laz as the player to watch in this game number 2, just turning it on out of nowhere. And I mean, very impressively so. We saw him just with great anticipation, great mechanical skills, and just doing a good job winning 50-50 after 50-50 just so many times over and over again.
Now, Quinn, I was just going to say that I think you echoed a lot of my thoughts, because in game number 1, it really seemed like Runaway was running away with this. I'm sorry, I'm going to stay away from it. That's not going to happen anymore. It's my first and only time. Everyone give me credit. But in game number 2, I don't know if they lost confidence. I don't know if they just thought, these guys were nothing. We're just going to go ahead and let it up a little bit. But this was not the same team. I was disappointed.
Well, I felt like we saw a lot of mistakes in game number 1, and we talked about which team was going to be able to take advantage of that. And I think that's exactly what both these teams tried to do, and Hype just did a better job of it. Wait for the mistakes and punish. Savvy Seal comes in with 4 goals on 4 shots. That's such a clean record there. He's not taking any more shots than he needs to, because he's only taking the shots that are just given to him by Runaway, and they're able to run away with this one.
Right, Savvy Seal, the biggest difference for me in this game number 2 is just seeing how much calmer he played. We didn't see them whiff the ball the way he did. Look, this is the 2nd or 3rd goal we've seen in this highlight clip from Savvy Seal, who's just taking all his time and letting the defense make the mistakes.
was good to see them be able to bounce this one back. We'll go into game 3, and I'm excited to see. I have no idea who's going to take the win on this one.
I mean, it seems like it's going to be whoever individually steps up, right? In game number 1, it was the story of Laz. In game number 2, it was the story of Savvy Seal. And don't forget, Bork for Savvy Seal didn't land a single shot, took a few attempts, didn't have a single save. It really was the Savvy Seal show. So is it just going to be the one guy who wins?
I mean, I think it can be the clutch plays. Right now, I don't see a lot of team plays happening, but there was the one grid play we saw in game number 1, the back pass from Bork to Savvy Seal, I believe. So see if they can make some more plays like that here in game 3, a decisive game as we've had before. They're going to get a kickoff goal here. You know how I feel about these, Quinn.
The Savvy Seal show continues. Bork actually with a great touch there to just put it past the second defender, and Savvy Seal just taking that all the way home.
Yep, no, and to be fair, the difference between this, usually I have problems with kickoff goals when players are going for boost and leaving their net wide open. Both teams opted for the kill and cheat, where the first player just lets the ball sit there and the second player comes up immediately, and we just saw it better executed there by Hype. They'll get the victory, or get the goal, the first point here in game number 3. Can they make it 2 right now? Planing Cargo's clear, does not go far away. He'll pinch it off of Laz in front of his net. A gutsy play. If you did it wrong, you could easily own goal. And Laz gets it past Bork now with Planing Cargo in support. He'll turn back around. Savvy Seal, what a 50-50.
That's exactly, he read my mind, Wave Punk. It's just been 50-50 after 50-50 for this guy, and it creates a huge advantage in terms of rotation. He doesn't need to rotate back to the ball and find boost and reposition himself. Laz with the goal.
Yeah, well, watch them just completely break it down here. Planing Cargo slowly going for the dribble plays, and then it swings it past Savvy Seal, straight to Laz. Bork was on the rotation. They'll immediately tie up the game. These games have been very even, especially early on.
It's a little confusing to me because we see both teams making, you know, what we might consider layman's mistakes or simple mistakes that you just wouldn't expect for teams quality, and then we see them with great, fantastic reads. And like Kevin was saying earlier, it's a matter of who's going to rise up to the opportunity in this game number 3. We see both teams.
Savvy Seal, what a save to put that one away. A laser beam from Laz blocking Bork at this one. No, the back flip in net. Planting Cargo takes the lead back for Runaway.
And Planing Cargo, we've seen him try to take these shots from the side of the field time and time again, and finally finding some success. We see Bork just absolutely backwards trying to come out from the goal. There was no chance he was going to save that one.
I remember last game, he took a similar shot like that and it went just barely wide on that same corner, and you were like, he's honing that shot in. He's getting closer and closer, and there you see him, Planing Cargo, finally hitting that shot, but Bork over the top, puts it through, tied it up once again.
I'm really glad I didn't make a prediction for this game because it's unpredictable. It's just unbelievable the way these two teams have been playing so pressured. You can tell that they're feeling like the nerves are out of their element. This is game 3. Whoever loses this game is going home and is out for the Universal Open.
Do you think that part of Bork's strategy is if you get scored on by someone named Bork, it just feels so undignified that you like lose some morale? Oh, this one bounces off the post. Can Savvy Seal make this save? He does, just blocks the shot from Laz, gets right up in the way.
You know, I don't know if Bork is a religious man, but after that moment, he might be.
That one was very, very close. They get bailed out by the bell. Tied up here at 2v2. We've had a tie game at 1 apiece every single game. Now a tie game at 2 apiece here. Both teams wanting to move into the semifinals so badly. Bork falling back. Planing Cargo can't take the shot. Bork pops it high. Laz can't put it in the net. Can Planing Cargo get there? Finally, it takes 3 shots, but they put it through and they get the lead back.
You see Bork opt to go for the ball second time and saving his flip there. I think that was like a pretty big mistake considering the fact that he could have just pressured and moved forward for the first ball. These guys, you can tell, are not taking their opportunities in front of them. They don't want to take 50-50s in front of their own net, opting to go for clean saves, which is much more difficult.
You see Bork there just muscle 50-50 win both the contest, the kickoff, and the cheat. And that has them up here on kickoff. Cheat, maybe a confusing term in Rocket League when talking about when a player intentionally positions himself in an aggressive offensive positioning at the sacrifice of defense. They call it cheating. Maybe we should call it something else because it makes it sound like we're saying he literally is cheating or on steroids or something. But that's what we call it, so that's what we'll keep doing. Planing Cargo here. Can he get this one off the wall? It's very close to getting out. I'm surprised he came that close. Bork now in the corner. Hype trailing by 1. A loss here sends them home. We just crossed halftime. Anything can happen in this game. Planing Cargo gets that one through 2. Laz takes a shot towards the net. It's wide and it'll wrap high.
We talk about the 50-50 game, and that right there is why.
Savvy Seal sends that one over to the side. Bork picks it up, trying to put it over the top of Plenty Cargo. He gets enough height to get that one away. Laz is in. Savvy Seal can't do enough to put it away. It's a 2-goal game for Runaway.
Right here, just second-guessing himself. We see Savvy Seal just misread slightly off the wall, and Laz with a great touch there. I'm not even sure if that one was going to go in all the way. We see Savvy Seal put it into his own net as he tried to make that clear.
With 2:04 left to go. I believe this is the strongest lead Runaway has had all series. Savvy Seal to try and cut down on that deficit. Plenty of time to come back into this game. He has to be able to put together some more of the play that we were seeing him play in game 2. Win the 50-50s, move it into enemy territory, and then complete the shot. Savvy Seal onto the backboard. 2 players there. They don't get much of a clear, and Bork will finish it off. You're not able to get that one away. He's going to punish.
Right, almost hurting the defense here. Savvy Seal gets both of them on the backboard. A huge miscommunication. We talk about how low bounces on the backboard. That's the key to defeating backboard defenders, as they can't position themselves very well or make adjustments. And just a great pass there leads to a goal from Bork.
Bork sends it over to the side. Savvy Seal with the chase. Will send a shot towards the net. Can Laz get there? He does at the last moment, but where's Bork? He comes in for the follow-up. It dies in front of the net. Does Savvy Seal come in fast? The 50-50 goes to the side, and Runaway dodges the bullet. It's a 1-goal game, but they're still being pressured in their own half. Laz out towards Plenty Cargo. Savvy Seal to keep this one in the orange. Bork moving up now. Savvy Seal will try to find his teammate. Slows down, trying to go for second touch intentionally, but Bork has the runaway onto the net, goes in, and it'll be a tie game with 1 minute left in game 3.
Bork just sneaking in right behind the defense. Plenty Cargo going for the pinch off the wall. That's actually a great opportunity to clear the ball. When you pinch the ball between your car and the wall, you can get incredible speed and clears that are just not possible otherwise. Unfortunately, execution was not there for Cargo.
And now the momentum on the side of Hype Gaming. A demolition. Laz gets the save. Does Savvy Seal come in? He takes another shot towards the net, but it's wide. Bork has to get the read, and he does not find it. Laz and Plenty Cargo both up. Plenty Cargo, he had an opportunity to do this earlier. Can he do it again? Savvy Seal's touch drops it straight by the net, and Bork's clear. Doesn't send it very far away. Laz takes a shot. Does it go through? Can Plenty Cargo find it? No! Bork in the air, blocking more shots than many. And oh my goodness, they are holding on here with 34 seconds left.
Just an absolute wall on defense, using his jump and floating in front of the ball time and time again, going for dunk after dunk. We talk about dunks, just intentionally winning the ball through a challenge.
Oh, Laz tries to put it through again, but Savvy Seal sends it away. And in the final 15 seconds, a breakaway, a defensive mistake could be the end of tournament life here.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Final countdown as it drops in front of the net. Laz is there.
Oh, the
miss! Goes wide! Why? Oh my goodness, so close. He's got to be killing himself over that one. Bork and Savvy Seal will send it away. It's probably going to touch the ground and we'll go to overtime. But man, Laz has got to be hurting about that one.
I think both teams are missing plenty of opportunities, especially Cargo and Laz. There were just so many time and time again.
And now, the golden goal. Next goal moves into the semifinals to face off against Splice. And Laz, you know he wants to redeem himself after missing that open net. Planning Cargo. Look to see if he can set him up here. Gets the dribble plays. So close. If you cut it in a little bit earlier, it might have been the end of the game. Laz in to send it onto the backboard. Bork is there too, but he gets the read off of the wall bounce. And now he's got the dribble with Savvy Seal in support to take a shot. Plenty Cargo sends it away. Open net. Can they get the shot here? He hits Laz. They're both so eager to score. He'll take the shot, but Savvy Seal had time. That bump gave him the time to rotate back, and now it's just breakaway after breakaway. Plenty Cargo gets it away. We'll stabilize a little bit here, but oh my goodness.
Wait, I'm going crazy over here. My heart can't take this.
Savvy Seal in the middle. Bork in support. The shot towards the net. Laz with the block. The 50-50 in front of the net goes directly to the side. And now Laz dribbling it down. Plenty Cargo in the mid. Bork whiffs. Plenty Cargo, open net. This should do it. The Runaways, after almost clinching it so many times, finally put it through. They knock Hype out. What a series.
Right, we actually saw both players there slowing down at the last second. A little bit of a mind game. Unfortunately, the ball moving towards Plenty Cargo was going to favor him. What? Like a last 2 minutes of that. That can't be healthy for me.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it. So the local makes it. Runaway
Yeah.
actually ends up advancing into the next round. And to my knowledge, I'll have to go back and check brackets again. I think this is like the first time that we've had an upset of a seed or something like that the entire time. So very cool. A 7 seed knocks down a 2 seed. Let's actually take a look at the updated Midwest regional bracket, though, so you guys can get an idea of what's going on. Of course, presented by American Sale. Semifinals are now set. We have DAPG versus Enix. We have Splice versus Runaway. Those are going to be the 4 teams that will be competing for the final 2 spots to head to the grand finals in Santa Ana towards the end of the month. So let's get a little bit of reaction to that series. I mean, obviously, so much to talk about there. But I think this was probably the most emblematic series of how close this entire set of 8 teams has been here this weekend. What did you guys think?
They have been very, very close, but this did feel like the series of who made the fewest mistakes, who was able to actually clinch it when the opportunity was given to. We saw so many open nets missed here, and it was great to see the Runaway finally was able to put it away there at the end. But you know, like that end of regulation, Laz had it right in front of him, and he wasn't able to put it through. They had to play for another minute and 12 seconds to get it here, but they do clinch the win.
And that eats away at you.
Yeah.
Right? Missing a goal and going into overtime, all he's thinking is, I could have changed this. I could have stopped this, right?
Yeah.
This could have been totally different. And he has to play with that pressure on his mind. And we saw, if anyone at home says this is easy, I mean, that was proof enough. We saw the quality of those players and the mistakes, the pressure that was just sticking at them. It was a sight to see.
Well, you know, he may have had been a bit chagrined, I guess I should say, by missing the open net, but he'll be happy to know, of course, that the Lexus player of the match is Laz. So, yes, he ends up taking the player of the match. I think he just actually covered his eyes there. He's a little bit nervous about the whole thing, but we'll see what he has to say here in just a second. Of course, the guy had great ball control. He stayed in the game and really took things over for Runaway in one of those games as well. So, super interesting to watch. And I believe right now, it looks like in a couple seconds we're going to get a word from them, but you know, we saw the game number 1 was all Savvy Seal, and then we ended up having just individual players. I'm sorry, game number 2 was Savvy Seal, but apart from that, it was Laz who was taking things over for his team, and it was so cool to watch. And it looks like right now we have Michael standing by with our winners in Runaway.
I'm worn out. I did absolutely nothing except watch like everyone else in amazement at this series. I just wanted to get your reaction. That was one hell of a series.
Oh, I would have been so mad if we lost that. I kind of threw. Obviously, I've missed the last goal and a couple in overtime, so if we had not pulled that out, I wouldn't have been very upset at myself.
But instead, you get the game winner.
I mean, it was a little bit lucky, to be honest. I mean, I got a good 50-50, and then I just had an easy little tap in, thankfully. So we didn't choke another goal, to be honest. That would have been bad.
Well, you're moving on, and you really are Chicago's team. You have so much history here. Does it make you feel more comfortable or more excited that you're having the success in this Midwest region?
Yeah, I'm hoping to win it for the hometown. I live near here, so it's really exciting to be playing in this region.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually my first LAN as well, so he's been to a few, but this is my first live event, so it's cool.
Well, that was certainly the best series we've seen thus far. Guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome, thanks.
We'll send it back to you.
All right, well, there we have it. Your very first LAN is on TV, I guess. Coming up next, one team will punch their ticket to the grand finals. The first semifinal of the Universal Open Rocket League Midwest Regional between DAPG and Enix is next.